Everybody, today I decided to install this lighted trim on my Ultra Classic. So here's the lighted trim. So it's made LED trim. This lights up. Comes with a couple bolts. All you need is a 27 millimeter Torx, snips, a couple of zip ties. Comes with a wiring harness. And of course the LED. It shouldn't be that hard. So all I have to do is take off these 3 bolts up on top, remove the windshield, take the fairing out, disconnect the headlight, take the other, the other 2 bolts on the side to remove the fairing. So let me get to it and show you how it goes. I know there's no videos online showing everybody how to do this, so we're gonna give it a shot. I wasn't gonna do how-to videos or anything like that because there's so many out there, but I have not seen anybody doing this at all on the internet at all. So we're gonna give it a try. Okay, well, we got the back fairing off. It's very simple, it's only a couple bolts. Looks like I got the drill in here, this little hole for this thing to fit in. This is not gonna fit, it's no big deal. A little different than the other fairings or the bat fairings. You have it's an LED up in the front, unlike my 07 and my 09 and the 01 Ultra. It's a little different. So this is what the front looks like. So you have these things for the speakers. I guess that's what that is. That's what it looks like. Who knows? Right here, what's interesting right here, these have got some sharp edges down here on the end to hold the fairing in place, the bat fairing. So take your time, be careful, don't scratch anything. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get a 1/2-inch socket. It helps when you read the manual and the instructions. Thankfully, I have the service manual, so it's some of you don't trust the instructions. But these 2 cap nuts come right off, 1/2-inch. Remove this, it's very simple, and there's your plug right there. So all you're gonna do is unplug it and plug the other one back in. Before, I do this with my other bike, before you tighten everything up, please make sure that the wiring harness connectors are for the right side and the left side, because I put them on my other bike and they were backwards. So on the connector, when you look at this, it's gonna plug into the side, but there's nothing on here at all that says right side, left side. So put all the wiring together, plug in the trim, make sure everything works right before you button everything up. Otherwise, you're gonna take everything apart and do it all over again. All right, so what I did was I just took this off, took my little wiring harness out. I put the bolt back in to hold it in place. It's just me. Instead of fumbling around with it, I put it like this. Just squeeze these 2 little ends, pops right out. Well, we got these connectors set up here. You can see them now, I got some light. Anyway, there's a little hole on the side right there. I think you can see the hole right there. But this has no tape around it, so it doesn't seem like it's all that protected, all that well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the turn signals and stuff back on. I'm gonna test everything out, make sure everything's connected properly. All the wiring is right. And I'm gonna tape that up, but it seems like it's awful sharp around the side there. So some little electrical Gorilla tape. And then I just I set this up here just to test everything out. And then, the lights. This is pretty self-explanatory, it's all plug and play. Take your time, don't get in a hurry. Well, it looks like I got everything set up and everything is correct on the first shot. So here is the right turn, works. Here is the left, works. So like I said, I'm going to put some tape around this inside here where the wiring comes out. Even though it's hidden back here, this is still hard plastic, and if the wire is rubbing on there after the years and years, it'll fray it off and crack it, and you have more problems. But it looks pretty good. Pretty bright. What I'm talking about, guys, you can see the wiring right there, and you can see right here, maybe you can't, but there's a little hole there, it's plastic, and there's nothing really protecting the wires at all. I probably should wrap it up with some shrink wrap and heat it properly, but it's probably the right way to do it. But I don't have shrink wrap anymore, and I don't have a heat gun, so. But you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I just put a little tape just on this part, because this part is gonna be, this is gonna go in here, and it's gonna sit like that. But this is awful sharp. You would think there'd be some kind of rubber grommet on here or something, but. Anyway, so that's what I did on this side. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, well, we're gonna get ready to drill this. I know some guys get freaked out over drilling, and I get it, because you got a fairing that's worth $1,000 and you don't want to mess it up. So it's going to fit in like this, and this hole obviously doesn't fit. So you're off maybe a millimeter or two, maybe 3. All I'm going to do, sorry, I'm just by myself, guys, I apologize. So I'm going to do this one, put the tape right here. And then I'm just going to mark it. As you can see, the hole already looks kind of like a football. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to put a little mark there and a little mark there. You really don't need it because you got the tape where you can kind of guide it. And that's it. So I'm going to drill this out real fast and see how it is. Okay, well, I got this in. So take your time. I used a smaller drill bit, nothing spectacular. Fit it in, and when I drilled this, I drilled towards the back, the front of the fairing, not up here. There's not enough material up here, and you know, you put some pressure on there, you crack it, and be all pissed off. I know I would be. So some blue tape, and when you drill it, you know, drill it out, and you have to drill it down a little bit, but drill it down towards the headlight, and that's it. So let's put this thing back together again, and see how it looks. Okay, so what I did was I got everything zip tied. I zip tied everything right in through here, up to here. And this is that little LED unit. I zip tied this right here, otherwise you'll be hearing it bounce around on your radio mount or whatever that is. It's the radio mount. Anyway, so that's what I did. You can see this is zip tied right here. So this wire will come right around here and plug in. And that should be it. Very simple install. The hardest thing I would say would be taking your time with the drilling, and that's it. So we're all done here. There's the LEDs up there. And then there's the headlights. So it looks pretty good. Let me turn all the lights off and see what it looks like in the dark. All right, so there you go. That one works. This side works. 4-way. And the 4-way works. All right, guys. So on my scale of a 1 beer, 2 beer, whatever, I'm going to give it a, so on a 1, 2, 3, 4 beer scale, I'm going to give it 2 beers, only because you got some drilling to do and then you want to take your time. So 2 beers when you're done a nice Rocky Patel cigar. So 2 beers and a cigar. There you go. All right, man. I hope this video helped. I know there's nothing out there at all showing guys how to install this. Very simple. Take your time. Beautiful thing. Out.